1-1 pitch is lined into left. Pirapavo coming in. It's down for a base hit, and the Bulls will strike first on the 2-out single by Alan Umbenauer. Here's Michael's first pitch, and high and deep to right. Dobeck giving chase towards the foul line. It's out of play foul. Dobeck dives in, makes the grab in foul territory. Wow, that is a heck of a play.
Do you think the Bulls want this tonight, Tyler? That was one heck of an effort.
Called strike 3, 4 in a row, set down on strikes. Michaels strikes out the side. Dobeck always a threat to bunt. He's swinging away, hits it out to left. Pirapavo going back, still going back. It's over his head. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. 1 run's in, 2 runs are in. D'Amico flying around third. It's a bases clearing double for Matt Dobeck. Hit out into center. Beato coming in, makes the grab. The Limeport Bulls have charged their way to the top of the Blue Mountain League. The Bulls are the 2024 Blue Mountain League champions.
Blue Mountain League Baseball on Penn Sports Radio is sponsored by RE/MAX agent Joy Augustus. Play It Again Sports in Allentown, Shank Wireless Drive-In, Tri-County Teamwear, Budget Store and Lock, and State Farm agent Sean Lay.
Game 2 of the Blue Mountain League Championship Series takes us to Simmons Field in Whitehall, Pennsylvania. The Limeport Bulls holding a 1-0 series lead after their 5-1 win on Sunday night up at Limeport Stadium. Again, Jack Heym joined by Tony Sibilla. Keith Groller will be joining us a little bit later on in the broadcast here for Game 2 at Simmons Field. It's a gorgeous Tuesday night for baseball here. 90 degrees currently stands with a real feel of 96, so it's a hot one. But we've got some more cloud cover coming over here, so cooling things down a little bit as we approach our 5:45 first pitch on this Tuesday evening. We mentioned in the open there, both starters for both sides. It is going to be Evan McAndrew taking the mound for the home squad in the Egypt Orioles. Well, it's going to be Cooper Michael there, their number 2 in their rotation, behind Adam Ianni getting the ball tonight for the Limeport Bulls. Get you starting lineups momentarily. But again, another gorgeous evening for baseball there. It is some slight winds going out there towards right field, 8 miles an hour blowing out to the southwest. So get things in the air towards right. Could get a little interesting there for our right fielders tonight, and Reese D'Amico, and for the Orioles, Ian Sensett. So they're going to have to be on their toes out there on right with this slight wind coming in. Could be altering things if you get it up there in that jet stream here this evening. Again, both these pitchers, phenomenal guys to go. We heard from A.J. Brocious there back in the pregame show a little bit earlier there. Uber confident with McAndrew on the mound, especially at this ballpark. Something about pitching at Simmons Field gets Evan McAndrew feeling all ready to go, as he does not take many losses here at the stadium, knows how to pitch to its confines, and though it's a little bit shorter there down the left field line, just 311, but he does have the ability to keep the ball in the ballpark. Going to be something that is paramount to the Orioles' success tonight. I think another thing, keys to the game there for the Orioles, being able to get out to the early lead. Limeport did it on Sunday with a run in the first, add another in the second, and 3 in the fourth. They never looked back from there, winning and holding the lead wire to wire there in that game 1. I think that's something that A.J. Brocious harped on to you, Tony, there, getting the lead early and getting out to a fast start here in the second game.
Yeah, and he, again, when you can get to a good pitcher early on in the game, I think that's key, and that's what he would like to do on the road, get to McAndrew right away. But Evans, as Coach Brocious mentioned, Evans had a good full week of rest, and so they expect him to be able to do more today and be a lot fresher for the game. So we'll see how that works out for the Orioles. But, yeah, get to him early, get to him often. And if that happens to either pitcher, that's going to be a big problem for either team. But I don't know. I'm not expecting that to happen today, Jack.
Certainly lines like it's going to be a pitcher's duel here tonight, but I think more so on the Orioles side, got to come out with a bit of a sense of urgency as well. Down 1-0 in this best-of-5 series. The Bulls took it in this exact same matchup in 4 games a year ago. After they dropped the opener, they did win 3 in a row in that series. For the Orioles tonight, though, they really feel like they got to come out and take this one. Don't want to call it a quote-unquote must-win, but they do feel like they really got to grab this one tonight before heading back to Limeport on Thursday for Game 3.
Yeah, that's the problem with the short series, too. You have to expect that you lose game 1, you got to come right back game 2, and you don't want to be down 2-0 in this series, and that's what the Orioles, but at least they're home trying to defend. 5-game series are so tricky, makes it so difficult to make any mistakes at all. And again, you're playing 2 top teams in the league. You're going to see mistakes, and that's you hope that's not, you hope your team doesn't do that, but it's such a short series it could be over before you know it, and then you're trying to figure out what you did wrong, and you play the whole season for that. That's part of the issue check, is that you wind up just having to, go back and say, okay, what do we do here?
Important point on the Orioles side, too, not to press. If you find yourself down early, you got to stay calm, cool, and collected and try to battle back in this ball game. Our manager's getting set here in front of home plate, exchanging lineups there with our umpiring crew for this evening. Let's get you starting lineups for both sides. First for the visiting Limeport Bulls, batting first, the leadoff spot, the shortstop number 1, Braden D'Amico. Batting second, the left fielder number 53, Noah Hogan. Batting third at third base, number 9, Jack Rothenhausler. Batting in the cleanup spot over first base is number 33, Georgie Montes. Batting fifth and catching for a second straight game, number 24, Alan Unbenhauer. Batting sixth, the second baseman wearing number 20, Zach Smith. The designated hitter, and batting seventh, number 11, Noah Adams. Reese D'Amico, the right fielder, wears number 34, batting eighth. And Colin Peacock patrols center field, wearing number 3 and batting ninth, with Cooper Michael being the starting pitcher this evening for the Limeport Bulls. On the flip side, the home scorecard for the Egypt Orioles. Batting leadoff 0-0, Robbie Lamb, the left fielder. Batting second, the second baseman, number 3, Trey Hinkle. Batting third at shortstop, number 30, Pat Cregolo. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 6, Ian Sensitz. Batting fifth, the first baseman and manager, number 4, A.J. Brocious. In the sixth hole at third base, number 46, Zach Delp. Steve Solkoski will move from catcher to designated hitter and bat seventh, wearing number 34. Dominic Bayo, the center fielder, wears number 2 in the same spot in the lineup as he was on Sunday. And Jeff Charles there will catch and bat ninth for the Orioles. Rounds out their starting 9, and they'll turn it over to number 11, their ace in the rotation here for Game 2 in Evan McAndrew. Again, those are your starting lineups here for both sides ahead of tonight's Game 2. There as both managers now out on the field, converging with the umpiring crew just moments away from our 5:45 first pitch here. Game 2 of the Blue Mountain League Championship Series between the reigning champion Limeport Bulls and the Egypt Orioles. In the championship series is Egypt for the 4th year running, won it back-to-back in 22 and 23, fell short in the series a year ago, so looking to get back on top and make it 3 and 4 years of the Orioles. Bulls trying to make it 2 in a row, something they've done multiple times in this league's tenure. They won back-to-back championships in the 2015 and 16 campaigns, and in 2018 and 19 they won back-to-back titles as well. So ever since coming over from the Tri-County League ahead of the 2014 season, they have been a dynamo in the Blue Mountain League, winning 5 titles, trying to make it 6 now in 2025. A power pitching matchup tonight. You heard from A.J. Brocious there that Cooper Michael, his arm angle, very funky, throws from a different arm slot on a little bit harder than Adam Ianni, which makes it a different challenge to face here out of this game, too. You mentioned as well, McAndrew, power pitcher, great fastball slider combo, really likes to get after hitters and feels uber comfortable pitching here at Simmons Field. I think something that importantly we have to note differentiating between the two stadiums, the dimensions and the way these two fields play,
right,
drastically different. A lot more power potential here playing at Simmons Field. Mentioned down the line in left field, 311. To the right field line is 338. Certainly a little bit more friendly to right center as well, so if you're a right-handed hitter, get something out on the outer half of the plate, you want to try to take it for power to the opposite field gap. Just 351 to right center field there. Both managers exchange their handshakes there and get ready there for first pitch here tonight. They are between the Limeport Bulls and the Egypt Orioles here in Game 2. We do have a number switch as well. Braden D'Amico usually wearing number 1, will be wearing number 4 tonight. They're playing shortstop for the Limeport Bulls.
Sounds like somebody forgot their jersey. Typically is what happens.
The Orioles take the field and they get set for our first pitch here. Again, Evan McAndrew, the starter for the Orioles tonight. Give you the defensive alignment behind him. There with Jeff Charles combining to be the battery mate with him catching from third to first in the infield. It'll be Zach Delp over at the hot corner at third. Pat Cregolo, shortstop here tonight for the Orioles. Out at second base, it is Trey Hinkle. And at first base, it is A.J. Brocious. From left to right in the outfield, it is Robbie Lamb in left, Dominic Bayo in center, and Ian Sensitz out in right for the Orioles. That's their defensive alignment behind their starter in Evan McAndrew. And it is going to be Braden D'Amico leading things off for the visiting club in the Limeport Bulls tonight. I mean, you can't ask for a much better night for baseball than this. First pitch temperature of 90 degrees, real feel of 96. So it's going to be a hot one. Interesting to see how the heat's going to affect these pitchers predominantly over the course of the night, Tony.
Yeah, and we're getting a bit of a breeze now. There's a cell that's kind of breaking up to the west of us and a little north. Shouldn't be an issue as far as rain is concerned, but we'll see. If it is, it would be very, very quick. But it is bringing in, with a sort of a front coming through, it is bringing in some wind, so that'll help keep it a little cooler, keeping the sun out of the sky right now because of some of this cloud cover. So not bad conditions to be starting to play right now, and I think that benefits both teams really.
Drastically different than when we got here an hour or so ago. The sun was fully out. It was shining bright. It was really, you could really feel that heat. But over the last hour or so, it's really changed. A lot more cloud cover now. The sun is being completely hidden at this moment in time ahead of our first pitch here this evening. So we'll see how that transcends as the night goes on. Braden D'Amico emerges from the dugout there for Limeport, takes his practice hacks there, getting ready for our first pitch here this evening. Final tosses around the infield have commenced, so Evan McAndrew has the ball, gets set to toe the rubber, and we are just about to get underway here from Simmons Field for Game 2 of our Blue Mountain League Championship Series in 2025. Got the play ball signal, and McAndrew's first pitch to D'Amico. It's going to miss upstairs for ball 1, and that's how Game 2 gets underway here tonight. Two teams who thrived on their home fields in the regular season. Both teams went 12-2 at their respective home ballparks. That has carried over to some postseason success as well. The 1-0 from McAndrew. That one is popped up, out of play, foul behind the Bulls' dugout. Even the count up 1 ball and 1 strike. D'Amico's second year with the Bulls. Spent 2 years previously with the Hellertown Royals in the Blue Mountain League. Hitting .538 in the postseason. Great table setter at the top of this Bulls order. McAndrew sets and throws the 1-1, fouls it back to the backstop, 1-2 to Braden D'Amico. Now Hogan, the right fielder, left fielder waiting on deck. He was slotted out in right field in Game 1. Andrew gets the sign. Comes set, the 1-2. D'Amico cracks one out of right center field. Bayo cutting across towards the gap. He will play it on a hop. Knocks it down nicely, so D'Amico will round and hold it first. Skips off of Hinkle. And it's fielded in. So a leadoff single for Braden D'Amico, and just like in Game 1, he's aboard to start the ball game for the Bulls. Brings up the left fielder, Noah Hogan.
Such a good leadoff hitter. He has that ability to get on base. He can draw walks as well. Almost a prototypical leadoff hitter that you want in that position.
D'Amico a threat to run as well. 6 steals on the year over the course of the regular season. Gantry's first pitch, and Hogan takes a rip and a miss, 0-1. So give you a correction in the score line. It is actually not Craigelo out at shortstop. It's Trey Hinkle. So we'll get you an update at who's out at second as soon as we can. 0-1 to Hogan. Braden D'Amico at first, takes an extra step off. The 0-1. And Hogan takes it down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hogan is first year in the Blue Mountain League. Native of Emmaus. Plays collegiately down at Coppin State. Good speed threat, good defender out and right. And a good rookie regular season, hitting over 300 with a .324 batting average, .841 OPS, drove in 12. One ball, 1 strike to Hogan. McAndrew, line to the waist, and that one is bounced on the ground towards second. Nice high hop, though, go to first in time to get the out, so 1 away. D'Amico moves up to second. So it's going to be number 28, Johnny Byers, out at second base for the Orioles here tonight.
Saw a lot of him last couple of years on this squad, and he has been a solid player for several years in this league.
So that brings up the third baseman, Jack Rothenhausler. Had the same situation in Game 1 on the inside corner for a called strike, 0-1. He came up with D'Amico at second and 1 away in the first in Game 1. Swiftly singled him in on a ground ball to left. See if the same result will come to fruition here. No balls, 1 strike. D'Amico dancing off second, the 0-1, and Rothenhausler lifts it high in the air, pretty deep to left field. Lamb going back at the track at the wall, it is gone! A 2-run home run to left field for Jack Rothenhausler, and the Limeport Bulls pick up right where they left off and take a 2-0 lead, 3 batters into the ball game.
It We've seen some balls fly out here in left field last couple of games we've been here, and wind is blowing out a little bit, but it's not enough to really affect the ball. He just cracked that one, got the meat of the bat on it, and again, this is what the Bulls want, to get to McAndrew early, like as we mentioned in the pregame, which is not an easy task, but they've been able to do it so far.
Well, a fast start for Limeport here in Game 2. Already have 2-0, brings up Georgie Montez, the first baseman. Montez 0 for 2 with a walk in Game 1. It takes a first pitch fastball in there for a called strike, 0-1. Rothenhauser continues his killer postseason, now 7 RBIs in 5 games, 7 for 14, a 500 hitter. Montez cracks one in the left center field. That's towards the gap. Long run back for Bayo and Lamb. Lamb makes the call and the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 away for the catcher, Alan Umbenhauer. Second consecutive game behind the dish for Umbenhauer. Went 0 for 3 in Game 1, struck out twice. First pitch, and Umbenhauer with a check swing grounder, foul, 0-1. Umbenhauer, a 14-year veteran in the Blue Mountain League. His second stint with Limeport. Returned back in 2024. First stint was over a 3-year span from 2014 through 16, so won a couple of championships. Foul ball that hit off of him in the batter's box, so quickly 0-2. Andrew a strike away from getting through the first. McAndrew set to the waist. The 0-2. And Umbenhauer, it's a high chopper towards third. Nicely handled by Delp. Pumps and fires on first. Handled by Brocious to retire the side. But not before the Bulls take the lead. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, no runners left. 2-0 Bulls. The Orioles coming to bat here on Penn Sports Radio.
The Northwestern Lehigh Educational Foundation is a nonprofit organization that supports the educational goals of the Northwestern Lehigh School. Since inception, the foundation has funded more than $2 million in innovative projects to support the district that would not have otherwise been funded. You can help by becoming a sponsor. Learn more about making a tax-deductible donation or participating in the Pennsylvania EITC program at www.nwlef.org/sponsor. There has never been a more critical time to support our schools.
Home half of the first inning here at Simmons Field. Limeport Bulls up 2-0 on the Jack Rothenhauser 2-run home run. Gives Cooper Michael an early lead to work with, giving the defensive alignment behind Michael here for the Bulls. Catching, it is Alan Umbenhauer. Over at third is Jack Rothenhauser. At short, it is Braden D'Amico. Second baseman is Zach Smith. And over at first, it is Georgie Montez. From left to right in the outfield, it is a change from Game 1. Noah Hogan moves from right field to left field. And still in center field is Colin Peacock. And shifting from left to right is Reese D'Amico. So that is how the Bulls are aligned behind Cooper Michael here tonight. For the Orioles, it's going to be Robbie Lamb, the left fielder, leading things off. He'll be followed by Trey Hinkle here as we look at the rest of the Oriole lineup. And the second baseman, Johnny Byers, will be batting third here behind him in this first frame.
Wind picking up a little bit. Some dark clouds in the background. Again, really shouldn't be an issue, but we'll be ready for it.
So Lamb gets set to take the first at-bat of the home half of the first inning. Again, Lamb followed by Hinkle and Byers here in the first. First pitch for Michael, and that one's in for a called strike. It's how the home half of the first starts. A.J. Brocious mentioned in the pregame, wanted to get out to an early lead, not happening tonight, so how will his Orioles club respond? Misses low and away. Even the count up 1 ball and 1 strike. Michael has seen these Orioles once through a complete game in the third game of the season. This is downstairs, 2-1 to Lamb. Michael's line in that game went 7 innings, did go the distance, allowed 5 hits, and that one is fouled back into the catcher, Rummenhauer, even the count up 2 balls, 2 strikes in that game back on June the 2nd. Complete game for Michael, allowed 5 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, struck out 7, but did walk 6. So something we talked about in the pregame, the walks can be problematic at times for Michael. Certainly flared up in that game, didn't allow a lot of runs on his ledger. So danced around those walks, see if he can avoid the free pass issue tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Lamb. Michael's delivery. And that one's bounced on the ground towards third. 2-hopper nicely speared by Rothenhauser. He'll whip it over to first. That is in time, so 1 away.
Good stretch by Georgie Montez over there to make that play. And again, defense is going to be a premium. We saw how good they were, the Bulls, in game 1. It was a huge reason for their 5-0 win.
5-1.
5-1, sorry.
Trey Hinkle, the second baseman, digs in.
There's that voice that showed up.
And Hinkle fouls the first pitch back, 0-1.
In my mind, Tony, it was a 5-0 game.
It seemed like it, yeah.
It was kind of a meaningless run in the 7th inning by the Orioles.
And Hinkle rips a liner into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Played on a hop by Peacock, so a 1-out base hit for Hinkle. So it'll bring up Pat Gregolo here, taking his at-bat.
Just typed up the all-league team before it came up here, and Craigelo is the all-league third baseman.
Mm-hmm.
And the Orioles with 3 all-league selections, and the Bulls just 1. I wonder if they use that as a little bit of motivation. 3-1, and it's Georgie Montez selected as a utility man, the only all-league selection for Limeport.
Good year for Montez, and we've certainly seen what damage Craigelo could do in the playoffs. Last time he suited up here at Simmons Field, had 6 RBIs in their 14-2 win over the Northern Yankees in the semifinal round. Takes a first pitch slider low in the dirt, 1-0.
I'm sure you guys touched on it in the pregame, but this is not a must-win, but it's as close to a must-win as it could possibly be.
Absolutely.
Because you don't want to have to go win 3 in a row with 2 of those games at Limeport Stadium. This is a big, big game for the Egypt Orioles.
Orioles in a hole early. That's going to miss outside with a heater. 2-0 to Craigelo. Craigelo's had a fantastic playoffs, been the most prominent bat in this lineup, hitting almost 400, 2 homers, 10 RBIs in his first year with the club, and that's going to miss low and away. So ahead in the count, 3-0. Went 2 for 4 in the first game of the series. A lot of hard hit balls for Craigelo in that game. That's on the outer half for a called strike, 3-1. So as successful in a long tenured career as Craigelo's had in this league, there's still one thing that's missing from that resume, and that's a Blue Mountain League title. Hoping to capture that in 2025 with these Orioles. 3-1. Craigelo hits it in the air to center field. Peacock starting back. Long run. It's going to get over his head. All the way back to the fence. Racing to third and being waved in his ankle. Craigelo's going to round second. Going to try for third. Throw coming in. Cut off by D'Amico. And Craigelo's in standing at third with an RBI triple.
He loves hitting here. It's obvious. I mean, he just loves it at this historic Simmons Field at Egypt Memorial Park. He had a great, great game the other day in the series clincher against the Northern Yankees, and he'd come back here tonight with a big hit to get the Orioles right back in this thing. 2-1 now with 1 out in the bottom of the first.
Brings it being Sense hits the right fielder, and Peacock with such great speed, but that one was hit so well, there was no chance he was getting back to it. First pitch, Senses takes it off the inside corner for ball 1. So, Tony, in the pregame, as much as we were talking about it's going to be a pitcher's duel, 3 runs in the first inning combined between the two teams. 1 ball and no strikes. Cooper Michael's delivery. Senses loops one in the air to left. It's going to be foul, 1-1.
Well, let's not forget 2 very good offenses, too. As good as the pitching is on both sides for the first few games, as we figured, still got good bats on both sides.
Craigelo at third, 1 away.
This is more of a hitter's park, too. This is kind of like
Yeah.
coming to Fenway or Colorado as opposed to what's one of the more cavernous ballparks in Major League Baseball. I'm trying to think of one.
Seattle.
Seattle.
Seattle's
There
a-
you go.
a
There you
tough
go.
one to
Perfect.
hit at.
Perfect.
Outside 3-1 to Sensits.
Limeport always reminds me of the old Yankee Stadium where they had the monuments
Yep.
out on the field in dead center.
3-1, ripped on the ground outside the bag at first. Foul.
Of course, it was 460, so it had to roll for a while before it got
Yes,
out there.
it sure did.
More so center field at Limeport. I think of the Polo
Yeah.
Grounds with how far,
Well, yeah.
how back that
Yeah.
center field went. Now the corners aren't as shallow as the Polo Grounds were. Top foul by Census, so we'll stay in the at-bat and see another pitch. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. All around Limeport, just a difficult stadium to hit the ball out of.
You really have to go down the lines
You
for
do.
the most part. I've seen a couple of high school players hit them there, covering Northwestern. Rafe Parrish, who's doing a good job in the minors right now, and Justin Holmes.
Census hits on the ground over its first. Montez will look the runner back, take it to the bag himself for the second out of the inning. Just what Michael was looking for there. So it brings up A.J. Brocious. Orioles trying to avoid stranding the tying run at third here in the home half of the first inning.
Justin Holmes, by the way, in training camp right now for the Pitt Panthers, trying to close out his college career in football. He's moved around a little bit.
Where did he start? Kent State.
Kent State, then the Marshall,
Okay.
now with Pitt.
First pitch to Brocious, and the breaking ball in for a called strike, 0-1.
I think he's there with the Bartholomew kid who was a tight end over at Blue Mountain.
Waste to the center field. There's a base hit for Brocious. Craigelo trots on in to score the tying run. Brocious with an RBI single, and it's 2-2 in the home half of the first.
This is the response that the Orioles obviously wanted and needed, and they got it after giving up the 2 runs in the top half of the first inning. A great response for a team that got pretty much shut down in Game 1 on Sunday night.
Brings up the third baseman, Zach Delp, now at a 2-2 ball game. Brocious at first, 2 away. So both starters surrender a pair in the first. Michael trying to limit it there. First pitch slider just off the outside corner for ball 1. Michael's really had to work in this first inning. 22 pitches now, number 23. That's on the outside corner with a called strike, 1-1.
There was some conjecture, even on the part of us and even with A.J. Brocious and some of the Orioles, that who would be the pitcher tonight? Some people thought it might be DePerno, because Cooper Michael is so tough at home. He loves pitching at Limeport Stadium. But when you're Cooper Michael, you want to prove you could pitch anywhere, and he has won his share of games here over the years.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Delp as he found that last one back out of play. 25th pitch of this first frame coming from Michael. Checks the runner at first, the 1-2. Delp pops one back, foul to the back, stops.
Sometimes, the great pitchers, they need an inning to settle in. If you always said if you wanted to get a Tom Seaver, a Steve Carlton, a Bob Gibson, you had to get him early. I don't know if Cooper Michael will follow that pattern and settle in, but this is a big, big inning for the Orioles to come right back and get 2.
Dealt with him on their 1-2 offering. He's out in front and comes up empty, so he's down on strikes. That retires the side, but the Orioles draw even. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 1 left. 2-2 after 1 on Penn Sports Radio.
Old Homestead Golf Club is an award-winning 4.5-star daily fee course nestled in the foothills of the Blue Mountain, where history and tradition are part of everyday life. Old Homestead is one of the first courses in the Lehigh Valley to offer state-of-the-art GPS capabilities on their championship 18-hole course. Old Homestead Golf Club is a big supporter of local schools, non-for-profit organizations, special causes, and initiatives. Ask how your group can host a Dine and Donate event at their place. Old Homestead Golf Club will donate 15% of all cafe sales generated by your Dine and Donate event attendees, excluding tax and gratuity, to your organization. All you have to do is schedule a date that will bring the most attendees into Old Homestead Golf Club. The more people, the more dollars for your organization. For more information about golfing or a Dine and Donate event, go to oldhomesteadgolfclub.com.
Top half of the second inning here at Simmons Field, Game 2 of the Blue Mountain League Championship Series between the reigning champion Limeport Bulls and the Egypt Orioles. It is 2-2 after 1. Both offenses pouncing on these high-quality starters early. Jack Rothenhauser with a 2-run home run. couple of RBI knocks for the Orioles. Pat Craigelo hit an RBI triple. A.J. Brocious tied things up with a well-struck single to center field. So a brand new ball game, 2-2. It is 6-7-8 due up in the Bulls lineup. Zach Smith followed by Noah Adams and Reese D'Amico here in the top of the second. See if Evan McAndrew can dial back in after that 2-run first frame. Not a lot of pitches, though, in that inning. It was just when he was firing it in the zone, the Bulls found a way to, a couple of opportunities to take advantage. D'Amico with a single, Rothenhausen with the 2 homers. That was all it took. Smith swings the first pitch, fouls it back 0-1. So to that point of not having to throw a lot of pitches, a lot of strikes, 15 pitches through an inning plus for McAndrew. 13 of them have been in the strike zone. So going right after this Bulls lineup. Fouled back off the catcher in the 0-1 pitch to Charles. So home plate umpire walks it back out to McAndrew. Smith digs back in. Count now 0-1. Andrew sets on the ways to the 0-1. And that one in there for a called strike quickly, 0-2. So aesthetically pleasing to watch a pitcher who has such great command of the strike zone, know that they can fill it up. No matter who's up at the plate, no matter what the count, they can always get in the strike zone. It's a great trait to have. Just off the outside corner. Count 1-2 to Smith. Even when he's missing, he misses just off the corner.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Smith. And he waves and misses, comes up empty. So he's down swinging, 1 away in the second. First strikeout of the night for McAndrew. Brings up Noah Adams.
It's important for the Orioles to come right back in that first inning and put up a couple of runs. It was, you had to answer back right away and give McAndrew a chance out there.
Gives him a vote of confidence, too. Not having to pitch with too much pressure down in the ball game. Adams swings at the first pitch and misses 0-1. Adams' 8th year in the Blue Mountain League, all with the Limeport Bulls. Fouls it back to the
And I
backstop
did get
with
it
the 0-2.
confirmed. He, of course, is the athletic trainer at Bethlehem Catholic, and he's the reason Colin Peacock is wearing a Limeport Bulls uniform. He obviously worked with Colin over there with the football team, the baseball team, and a little recruiting
Pays
for
to
Mr.
have
Adams.
connections.
Yeah, absolutely.
0-2. Adams lifts it in the air. That's going to get out of play to the right field side. So still 0-2.
That's what both of these teams have done so well. They've reached out and tapped into the high school scene. They've tapped into the college scene. Wilkes prominent on this Orioles roster thanks to A.J. Brocious' connections with the Colonels.
Adams, an over lifetime 300 hitter in the playoffs. And that one's lined over the leaping glove of the shortstop Craigelo into center for a base hit. Nicely fielded on the knee by Bayo, fires it back in. So 1 out knock for Adams, brings up Reese D'Amico. D'Amico showed some great plate discipline in game 1. That ball game went over 1, but did draw a pair of walks. This is rookie season in the Blue Mountain League. Joining the team with his brother Braden. Both play collegiately at East Stroudsburg. D'Amico, it's a high chopper to the third base side. That's going to be a foul ball, 0-1.
They must get along pretty well for brothers. Not all brothers do get along. I wouldn't know. I'm an only child, but I've been told. I see my grandsons battle all the time. Sometimes you want to go in separate directions, but these two followed each other to Liberty High School, then to East Stroudsburg, and here to the Limeport Bulls. And they're both excellent ball players. Eat, sleep, and breathe baseball.
A ball, 1 strike. Adams a runner at first, and D'Amico takes it in there for a called strike, 0-2. D'Amico down to the count, 0-2. Adams takes an extra step off first with his lead. The 0-2 pitch. D'Amico lifts one in the air, foul ground right field side. It's way out of play, so still no balls and 2 strikes. Don't want to sound like a broken record here, but McAndrew, 21 strikes, 3 balls. 22 strikes now. 3 balls and 25 pitches in an inning and a third plus. Unbelievable strike rate to this point of the ball game. Another 0-2. D'Amico laid off the slider, low and away. 1-2 the count.
Mansfield University, he's assistant coach, I believe, at Mansfield, or was. Another PSAC. I know you're familiar with the PSAC.
A lot of PSAC connections in this league.
Yeah.
D'Amico on the line to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Adams will pull in at second, so back-to-back singles, and the Bulls threatening again in the top of the second inning. 2 on, 1 out. And it brings up a guy who stole the show in game 1, the aforementioned Colin Peacock, running for Bethlehem Catholic.
I forgot he was going to DeSales, and I said, you continue your football career. Well, dummy me. Yeah, of course, DeSales has no football program. He would love to play football. If DeSales would start a program, he'd be out there on the first day. He loves playing that game, too.
2 on, 1 out. McAndrew checks the runner at second. First pitch, Peacock squares a bunt right back to the mound. McAndrew gloves, fires it to first in time for the second out of the inning. So both runners move up. Second and third, 2 out, back to the top of the order, and Braden D'Amico.
That was like a one-hopper, a one-hop bunt right back to McAndrew there. I thought maybe he'd take a shot at third.
I think it bounced too high for him to have any
It's
time.
too slowly
little
hit.
bit.
Yeah.
See that divot there it made out in front of that path leading straight to the mound where it took that one hop right to McAndrew's glove. Both runners got a pretty good jump, too. Would have been a tough play. Second and third, and D'Amico attacks the first pitch, slashes one foul out of play to the left field side. 0-1.
Peacock, I guarantee, was thinking not just sacrifice here. He was looking for a base hit. And if he had gotten it to either side of the mound, he might have had a chance, but that was right to McAndrew.
He was trying to get down the third base side, which is where you want to go with it.
With his great speed, would have been an easy hit.
Absolutely.
0-1 to D'Amico, and he flies it foul. Pretty much the same spot he hit the last one. It's 0-2. McAndrew, strike away from getting out of the second inning. Trying to strand 2 in scoring position. Already 4 runs combined between the two teams. Limeport trying to retake the lead. Get a time from D'Amico here before another 0-2.
Reminder that all balls must be brought back to the field of play here. This is the last ball until some of the other ones that were fouled off get back to the umpire here.
See down the line trying to fish him off the top of the batting cages over on the left field side where both of those landed off the bat of D'Amico. McAndrew checking the runner at second. The 0-2, and D'Amico spoils it away.
And he's got none, see?
Braden battling.
All right, well,
3 straight foul balls now, and
now we got some.
asking for more from the Orioles dugout. Gets a pair.
We see our good buddies Bob Zerfus and Jared Monty down the third base line watching this one. They'll be here for all the games, no doubt.
You love seeing that support amongst all the coaching staff. And
Well, Zerfas, he loves this league. He's been a part of this league for 60 years.
another 0-2. D'Amico hits it on the ground towards second. Hinkle's got it lined up. Nice easy hop. Slings it over to first in time to retire the side. So McAndrew in and out of trouble in the second. No runs, 2 hits. No errors, 2 left for the Bulls. 2-2 through 1.5 on Penn Sports Radio.
SportsWire isn't just a sports media platform, it's a dynamic community hub that connects local businesses with passionate sports fans, families, and student athletes. By becoming a SportsWire sponsor, you get unmatched visibility reaching thousands of engaged visitors across our website and social media channels. Your sponsorship also directly supports student athletes, fostering a culture of sportsmanship, leadership, and growth. SportsWire is a growing team of dedicated professionals who are present at the games, capturing the moments that matter most. We understand that every business is unique. That's why we offer flexible sponsorship packages. Contact us today. Email us at media@sportswire.com or call us at 570-575-3803. SportsWire, where businesses thrive and communities unite.
Home half of the second inning here in Game 2 of our Blue Mountain League Championship Series coverage here on Penn Sports Radio. 7, 8, 9 due up here for the Orioles. It'll be the designated hitter Steve Sokoski, followed by Dominic Bayo and Jeff Charles here in the second. Cooper Michael goes back to work for Limeport. Gave up 2 runs in the first inning on an RBI triple by Pat Cregolo and an RBI single from A.J. Brocious. So Michael gets set to toe the rubber. Certainly had to dig deep in that first inning through 26 pitches there to the Bulls starter. And the first pitch to Sokoski. And we'll take it in for a called strike 0-1. How the home half of the second commences. Here on a scorching hot Tuesday night here at Simmons Field. Up over 90 degrees. The 0-1 misses low, even the count up at 1.
Never fails. Heat acclimatization weekend for high school football was last week, and it was very, very comfortable.
Yes.
Week 2, when they put the pads on, it was ungodly hot today where I was.
1-1. Solkowski lifts it in the air to left field. Hogan started back, coming in, makes the call and the catch, and there's one away. Brings up the center fielder, Dominic Bayo. When the postseason comes around, Bayo knows how to swing the bat. Lifetime .409 average in the playoffs. Two-time All-League selection, including a year ago in 2024. But this postseason has not been the same story. Getting below the Mendoza line. First pitch swinging, though. That one's lined towards center field. Peacock coming in, sliding, and he made the catch. Colin Peacock, a nice play out in center. Takes the hit away from Bayo, and there's 2 down in the second.
He's been doing it. I mean, he's just fantastic out there. He has a great read, great speed, just great instincts. I mean, this kid could play. I don't know. Aaron Schneider was named the Rookie of the Year, who was with the Limeport Dodgers, and I'm happy for him because he comes out of a struggling Allen High School program. Good kid, but man, this guy's my Rookie of the Year, Colin Peacock.
First pitch misses outside, 1-0 to Jeff Charles. Catcher tonight for the Orioles, batting 9th. Good regular season, going to go for 300. That one backs him up with a heater, so ahead in the count, 2-0.
Yeah, you hit a ball in the center field against the Bulls. Unless you hit a line drive, you're in trouble.
2-0. On the outside corner, called strike 1.
It's that kind of defense we saw in game 1 that, I mean, guys like Maini and Cooper Michael are pretty confident to begin with, but when you get that kind of defense, it makes it even easier.
Low and away, 3 balls, 1 strike. Charles ahead of the count. Michael in danger of walking his first batter of the ball game.
It's the beauty of this league. Post-game the other night, I was talking to Peacock, who I assume is 18. He's right out of high school. And then I was talking to Maini, who's 37.
3-1. Charles hits it on the ground towards short. D'Amico fields it on the backhand. Braden fires it over to first. In time to get Charles by a step and a half to retire the side. Orioles set down an order in the second. 2-2. We go to the third on Penn Sports Radio.
Fall sports season is right around the corner, and Penn Sports Radio is gearing up for another tremendous season. Join us on Friday, August 15th, as we visit Northwestern Lehigh for their Fall Sports Media Day. We will talk to the head coaches and the athletes that will try to make more history for this school. We'll talk football, boys and girls soccer, field hockey, cross country, and golf. Tony Sibilla, Chuck Hickson, John Gengaro, and Giovanni DiCarlo are your hosts for this event. We go live at 11 a.m. Go to PennSportsRadio.com for a link to the broadcast. If you missed the live show, you can go to our Spotify channel to catch the replay later in the day. Penn Sports Radio, your source for Northwestern Lehigh athletics.
Top half of the third inning. It is 2-2 between the Bulls and the Orioles. So after 2 runs coming in the first against both starting pitchers, McAndrew and Michael tossed scoreless second innings. Just differentiating fashions as McAndrew got out of his second inning jam and Michael got through the second inning in 1-2-3, setting him down in order. So it'll be 2-3-4-2 up for the Bulls in the top of the third inning. Noah Hogan followed by Jack Rothenhauser and Georgie Montes against Evan McAndrew.
So it looks like, I guess maybe it was a momentary lineup for the Orioles since Hinkle back over at second now and Cregolo at short. Maybe, I didn't notice if Hinkle was here earlier or not. Not sure, but.
Hinkle was here. I think they were waiting on Cregolo, who they were waiting for, who came a little
again,
later.
Okay.
People
You're
forget
right.
some of
You're
these
right.
guys have to travel a decent distance, and some of them have to work till like maybe 5 o'clock. I mean, this is not like a professional situation.
Yeah.
These guys have regular jobs, and they have to scurry, especially, I mean, it's no problem on the weekend generally, but on a weeknight like tonight with traffic as bad as it is throughout the Lehigh Valley, it's not always easy to get to these venues.
First pitch to Hogan, and he takes it on the inside corner for a strike 0-1. That's how the third begins.
6 o'clock start. It's hard enough. You bump it back to 5:45.
And they have to do it because of the
Yeah.
sun setting at 8 o'clock now.
Right.
So
You don't want a postponement.
The 0-1. And Hogan takes it in for a called strike, quickly down 0-2.
you could get away with a 6 o'clock start in June when we have the longest days of the year. And it's not really getting dark till like 8:20, 8:30. But this time of year, it gets dark awfully quick.
The ball's 2 strikes quickly to Noah Hogan. find his form. 2-11 at the plate this postseason. The 0-2, that one is popped up. He spikes the bat. Hinkle drifting out of the right center. He'll make the catch, and there's one away.
Tony, I heard the commercial for Northwestern. I don't know if you saw it, but preseason rankings, isn't that a shock? They generally just put the team that won it last year on the top spot, but the Northwestern Tigers ranked number 1 in the state in 3A, but the Notre Dame Crusaders, and watch out for them.
First pitch, Rothenhauser right on it, fouls it back to the backstop.
They were ranked 4th, and talking Colonial Leagues, it's going to be a good year. Southern Lehigh ranked number 2 in 4A.
Yeah, Southern Lehigh is going to have
three
something
really
to say
good
about
teams.
that. Yeah.
3 really good football teams there.
The offense for Northwestern is going to be interesting. See how the running game goes. They still got Shane Lay.
The 0-1. Rothenhauser lifts it in the air to left. Down the line. If it's fair, it's gone. It is a foul ball.
He hit that
Hit that one in between the trees. It split the houses there behind the left field fence. That ball was tattooed. Just hooked foul. And
sigh of relief for Evan McAndrew.
this is not a guy you want to miss over the heart of the plate, too. He can punish at baseball. Hit a home run in the first inning, just missed, hit in a second here in the third. Rothenhauser was a 4-year standout at East Stroudsburg. Multiple-time All-PSAC first-team selection in the East Division, and the 0-2 is skied in the air. Charles ditches the mask, and he reaches up to make the catch for the second out of the inning. Brings up the first baseman, Georgie Montes. Flew out to left his first time up. Montes 6 years in the Blue Mountain League, all with these Bulls. Native of Puerto Rico is Montes. Went to the Perkiomen School.
I like those socks. I like seeing those socks. Old-fashioned, old school. I don't like when the pants go all the way down to the shoe.
First pitch fastball on the outside corner for a strike 0-1.
Well, some of the guys in the pros are wearing pants that are more shorts than pants.
I think a Tatis who does that, but the Padres is, I think, one of the more notable ones. Swing and a miss. Montes fishing below the strike zone. Quickly down 0-2. And you're starting to get the feeling that these starters finding themselves and settling in as the earlier stages of this game progress. Balls and 2 strikes. McAndrew's pitch. That one just missed. McAndrew's getting ready to walk off the mound. 1-2. Montez, 375 career postseason average, so he knows how to hit in the big moments. Great regular season for him as well. Led the team in home runs, RBIs, and total bases.
Continue to produce even with Dennis Pierce not on the team this year.
1-2. And Montez fishes below the strike zone. Charles thought about tagging him. He'll just fire it down first, and that will promptly end the inning. Bulls down in order in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left. 2-2 through 2.5 on Penn Sports Radio.
In real estate, there's a number for everything. Square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's knowing that RE/MAX agents have been voted the most trusted in real estate. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX voted most trusted real estate agency brand by American shoppers based on the 2024 BrainSpark American Trust Study. Each office independently owned and operated.
Contact Joy Augustus Realtor at RE/MAX Real Estate today. Call or text 610-653-5327 or reach the office at 610-770-9000.
Home half of the third inning. Tied up at 2 apiece between the Bulls and Orioles in Game 2 of the Blue Mountain League Championship Series here in 2025. Two teams who squared off for the title a year ago, doing it again here this season. Bulls took Game 1 by a final of 5-1 on Sunday night in Limeport. Orioles trying to get in the win column and tie this series up for the Bulls, trying to take a stranglehold of the series and go up 2-0. Cooper Michael goes back to work after a 1-2-3 second inning, a tale of 2 innings. Allowed 2 runs in the first. Cruise through the second. See which Michael we get here in the third. 35 pitches in just 2 innings there after a 26-pitch first inning, 9 total in the second. So another stark contrast between his 2 frames here this evening. Top of the order up for the Orioles. It'll be Lamb, followed by Hinkle and Craigelo. The first pitch, and Lamb takes a breaker on the outside corner for strike 0-1. Lamb hitting over 300 this postseason with 3 RBIs, and that one misses low and away, even up the count at 1.
Congratulate all the all-league selections that were publicized.
Lamb lifts it in the air, left field. Peacock will make the call on the catch in the left center field gap, and there's one away. 5 in a row retired by Michael.
The all-league pitcher was Hayden O'Neill from the Hellertown Royals, a Liberty High product. As I said earlier, the rookie of the year, Aaron Schneider, from the Limeport Dodgers, and the Dodgers did quite well. Dodgers manager Andy Robeson named the manager of the year.
And that one skips to the plate and almost clipped Hinkle, so 1-0 the count.
And his son, Brian Robeson, who pitched in the last game against the Bulls, Brian getting the Ironman Award.
1-0, fastball misses high, 2 balls, no strikes to Hinkle.
And Brian made all 27 regular season games. That's hard to do, considering the job responsibilities you may have, family responsibilities. It's great for him to show up 27 consecutive times for his Limeport Dodgers, coached by his father.
2-0 fastball in for a strike, 2-1 the count to Hinkle. Singleton scored his first time up. That one misses low and in the dirt. 3-1.
I think my dad was coaching the team. I would try and make sure I have a really good excuse if I can't make it.
It does help when your dad's managing the team. Maybe a little bit of extra effort given there.
Michael sets the 3-1. Hinkle with a check swing, and he did not go around. So it's a walk for Hinkle, on board for the second time tonight. First walk issued by Michael brings up Pat Cregolo. Cregolo tripled in a run and scored his first time up. He's been the centerpiece of this Orioles lineup here in the playoffs. His first year with the team after a 9-year stint with the Giants. Was one of the many who've up and gone on to a different squad. First pitch in for a strike to Cregolo, 0-1.
Yeah, they did have a bit of an exodus, and the Northampton franchise has had success over the years. They've won a couple of championships. They've been to the finals, but for whatever reason, a lot of guys dispersed.
The 0-1 from Cregolo flies in the air to left. Hogan's got a beat on it in a couple of steps, and he'll put it away for the second out of the inning. Brings up Ian Sensitz, who grounded out to first his last time up. Sensitz, a 3-time All-Star, including each of the last 2 seasons, 2024 and 2025. 3-time All-League selection as well, so quite the pedigree for Sensitz. And hitting over 300, 333 in the playoffs, 3 runs driven in. First pitch, that one coming and hit him. So he's aboard on the hit by a pitch, and that will bring up A.J. Brocious with another RBI opportunity. Lined a single into center field to plate the tying run back in the first. A lot of the damage is Michael's own doing this inning. Walk, hit by pitch. See if the Orioles can cash in. Single at second, Sensitz at first, 2 away in the third. And Brocious takes it up and out of the zone for ball 1. The curve.
Yeah, last season, these two teams played. The home team was the Orioles.
1-0, that one's fly towards center field. Peacock coming in. He's going to have to play it on a hop. It's down, waving around third, and it's trying to score as Hinkle. Throw's going to come in. Cut off by Michael. Hinkle in safe with a feet first side. And it's 3-2 Orioles here in the third. A.J. Brocious with his second RBI of the day with an RBI single as Hinkle came in to score. 3-2 O's here in the third.
And that's the second time that Brocious has come through with a 2-out hit. And big blows here for the Orioles. Again, they're really kind of playing for their lives tonight a little bit. I know that they can afford to lose, but you don't want to have to win 3 straight against Limeport, and they're responding with the bats tonight. Clutch situations.
Delp struck out swinging his first time up. Michael trying to limit the damage. That one backed him up, almost hit him. 1 ball, no strikes. Brocious 2 for 2, 2 RBI singles. Orioles trying to add on in the third against Michael. Delp waves and misses at the off-speed pitch, even the count up at 1. Delp had a 3-double game in Game 4 of the semifinal round against the Northern Yankees back on Saturday. Michael checks the runner at second, the 1-1. And Delp takes it off the inner half, 2-1.
Dumping a few curveballs on Zach Delp, trying to throw off his timing.
51 pitches through 2 2/3 plus for Michael, and he goes to the off-speed again. Delp coming up empty, 2-2. Just not being able to read that off-speed stuff here this at-bat. Delp Kate on it the first time, and Michael catching him off balance again. 2 on, 2 out, 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the third. Delp will utilize his timeout. Try to recalibrate here in this at-bat. Michael's 2-2 delivery. And Delp pops it in the air. Umbenhauer will watch it sail back behind us out of play. So another 2-2, 6th pitch of the at-bat. Here coming from Michael.
This is some good strategy here. And Michael, you think he's going to throw the fastball next. He keeps on throwing breaking pitches.
2-2 again. Delp takes it just off the outside corner. Fill up the count. Runners will be in motion.
Perhaps the biggest pitch of this ball game right now from Cooper Michael with the count full 2 on, trying to keep it at a 1-run deficit for the Bulls.
2 on, 2 out, the full count pitch, runners in motion. Delp lines it towards the hole at short. Nice friendly hop, though, for Braden D'Amico. Fires it over to Montes at first, in time to get Delp and retire the side. But not before the Orioles retake the lead. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. 3-2 Orioles after 3 on Penn Sports Radio.
The Northwestern Lehigh Educational Foundation is a nonprofit organization that supports the educational goals of the Northwestern Lehigh School. Since inception, the foundation has funded more than $2 million in innovative projects to support the district that would not have otherwise been funded. You can help by becoming a sponsor. Learn more about making a tax-deductible donation or participating in the Pennsylvania EITC program at www.nwlef.org/sponsor. There has never been a more critical time to support our schools.
You deserve to get good service and great rates. At State Farm, we get it. And we're here to help because with every State Farm policy, you get good neighbor service and you get surprisingly great rates. So what are you waiting for? Get going and talk to a local State Farm agent about your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Sean Lay in Fogelsville today.
It is the top of the 4th inning here between the Limeport Bulls and the Egypt Orioles, Game 2 of the Blue Mountain League Championship Series. I'm Jack Heym alongside Keith Groller and Tony Sibilla here on this Tuesday night here at Simmons Field. A gorgeous evening for baseball. It's a hot one, though. Up over 90 degrees right now. That wind that we had at first pitch has very much so died down. But the Orioles back in front on an A.J. Brocious RBI single gives Evan McAndrew a lead to work with for the first time tonight, and the first lead of the series for this Orioles team. Here in the 4th inning is going to be Alan Umbenhauer, followed by Zach Smith and Noah Adams. There for the Bulls, so 5, 6, 7 due up. First pitch to Umbenhauer, and he'll take it just low for ball 1. Umbenhauer grounded out to third in his first at-bat. And 1-0. Foul tipped into the glove. It is 1-1.
Very good crowd here tonight. Hard to gauge it because people are spread out down both lines. Pretty good crowd in the grandstand behind home plate.
Yeah.
1-1 skips to the plate for ball 2.
Our good friend and president of the league, Bob Varju, stopping by to say hello for a second. Good to see Bob.
Always good to see good crowds on tap. Saw one in Game 1 out at Limeport. Another one here tonight for Game 2. The 2-1 pitch. And Umbenhauer takes it out. Side 3-1.
I've said this for years. This is a great spot for this league to shine because Music Fest over. High school football hasn't started. There's not a lot to do. Most people have their vacations in. Why not come out and see a great amateur baseball game?
3-1 in for a called strike 2 to Umbenhauer. He already tossed the bat there. Was getting ready to go down to first. turned back and said that's outside there. So full count to Umbenhauer.
Never like to see that because now he's the catcher, so they're going to be having in close proximity here, him and the umpire.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch from McAndrew. Delivery. And Umbenhauer cracks it in the air, but that's going to be fouled out of play to the right field side. Still 3-2.
It's actually checking out some prices of wooden bats these days. Yeah, you could pay $200 easily.
Really?
For a
Wow.
decent bat, yeah.
The payoff pitch, and that one's going to miss high and in tight for ball 4. So delays the walk by a couple of pitches. Leadoff man aboard here in the 4th inning for the Bulls. Tying run on board for the second baseman, Zach Smith. We're going to get a courtesy runner here for Limeport, so Umbenhauer will come back. Courtesy runner going to be number 13 in Tamlin Ferguson.
Allentown Central Catholic product. Used to play quarterback for the Vikings.
Yep.
Second year in the Blue Mountain League for Ferguson. Used as the courtesy runner role in the 2024 playoffs where he scored 2 runs in 3 games. Smith squares the bunt, pushes it towards the first base side. McAndrew fields it with the glove and underhand flips to Brochus at first for the first out of the inning there. Moves Ferguson up to second.
It's what the Bulls do. They like to move the runners up, lay down, sacrifice bunts. Sometimes they steal bases. Sometimes they employ the hit and run. Now they have a runner in scoring position with Adams and D'Amico, who both singled their first time up. Opportunity to tie this thing up.
Textbook fundamental baseball being played from the Bulls. You mentioned it, Keith. It's in their DNA.
Yeah, absolutely.
The courtesy runner Ferguson at second. 1 out. McAndrew's delivering, and Adams fouls back the fastball to the backstop, 0-1. Adams singled and was stranded at third his first at-bat. Adams, another veteran, 8 years in the Blue Mountain League. To King's College. Also another Allentown Central Catholic High guy. Much like Ferguson out at second. And the 0-1 in there for a called strike 2. Down to the count 0-2. McAndrew, 52 pitches, 43 of them in for strikes. Still keeping up that absurdly high clip of pitches in the zone. The 0-2 delivery. And I was going to miss up above the zone, 1-2.
Adams may be a Viking graduate, but he's working with a lot of Golden Hawks. That must be a lot of interesting conversations when that's a pretty intense rivalry. The Holy War, they call it, back in Allentown Central.
1 ball and 2 strikes. McAndrew gives the runner at second a look. Comes to the plate and swing and a miss. Adams down on strikes. 2 away here in the 4th. Third punch out of the day for McAndrew on the mound, and it brings up Reese D'Amico. Lined a single to right his first at-bat. Continuing a productive championship series early on. Reached twice on Sunday with a pair of walks. So 1 for 2 in the series. Been on base 3 times. Trying to avoid straining the tying run, and Ferguson out at second, the 0-0. D'Amico lines it towards left center field. Bayo cutting across. He's going to get down into the gap for a base hit. Flying around third and scoring is Ferguson. Reese D'Amico going for second, and he's going to take the turn, but hold up there with a game-tying double, and it's 3-3 in the 4th.
Just about to say Reese D'Amico. I have to go back to his Liberty High School days. He helped them win a District 11 championship in 2022. They won the league and the district in 2023, made it to the state finals. The kid knows how to play winning baseball. He's phenomenal. Very, very competitive. And after the strikeout of Adams, he comes up with this big double to give the Bulls the lead.
Brings the 9-hole hitter, the center fielder Colin Peacock. He takes a big swing and foul tips it into the glove of Charles, 0-1. Sack bunted a couple of runners in a scoring position back in the second inning, his first time up. Brochus is singled in the bottom of the third, gave the Orioles the lead. Bulls find the counterpunch with Reese D'Amico's game-tying double. The 0-1 from McAndrew, and Peacock will take it low into the dirt. Nicely blocked from Charles, 1-1.
Playing this like it's game 5 has that feel to it.
It's a critical game. It's very clear. I mean, the Orioles have, it's really, the Bulls are playing a little bit with house money tonight, I think, but Orioles have to have it.
The 1-1. Peacock fouls it back. Into the screen, 1-2. Andrew trying to strand the go-ahead run out at second here in the top of the fourth. It's been a great back-and-forth ball game, and this is what every championship game of a series should feel like. And we're getting that feel here tonight. 1 ball and 2 strikes. McAndrew gets the sign. Comes set. Winds and deals. And that's going to miss low below the zone, even to count up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big juncture of this ball game. Peacock had a 2-run triple in the 4th inning of game 1. See if he can strike again in the 4th in game 2. The 2-2, he spoils it away. So he'll see another. Peacock was right on that 2-2 heater.
Must be nice for him to be able to play baseball in August, because the last 4 years at Bethlehem Catholic, he's been gearing up for the high school football season as a very talented wide receiver and defensive back for the Golden Hawks. So it must be nice for him to still be able to play baseball in the month of August.
Another 2-2 for McAndrew. In there, strike 3 called. Peacock thought it was outside, and that will retire the side. Second K of the inning for Evan McAndrew. He's got 4 on the night, but the Bulls tie it with an RBI double from Reese D'Amico. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors and 1 left. 3-3 halfway through on Penn Sports Radio.
Budget Store and Lock is the leader in storage in Pennsylvania. Since 1997, they've been a leader in the industry and have grown to be one of the largest storage companies throughout the Lehigh Valley and surrounding area. With many locations to serve you, there's sure to be a Budget Store and Lock self-storage facility within minutes from where you live. Whether you're storing a few seasonal boxes and totes or a complete 4-bedroom home, Budget Store and Lock Self-Storage has the right storage space for you. Our facilities are well managed, maintained, and equipped with camera monitoring systems. We try to make it easy for you, including payment options that suit your needs, like online payment. Budget Store and Lock also offers a college student summer storage program with discounted rates for pickup, storage, and redelivery. We service all colleges and universities in and around the Lehigh Valley area. So contact one of our many locations today to speak with a storage manager expert. Go to budgetstoreandlock.com.
Halfway through on a gorgeous Tuesday night here at Simmons Field at Egypt Memorial Park in Whitehall, Pennsylvania. Game 2 of our Blue Mountain League Championship Series coverage on Penn Sports Radio. Deadlocked at 3 apiece. We go bottom 4 as we're just about getting set to start that home half of the 4th inning.
I think they're still trying to retrieve some baseballs.
Colin Peacock will grab his glove and take the trot out to center field. So
Kind of need him out there, I think.
Sure, the Bulls would like to play with a full 9 instead of down a man to start the 4th, so they get their center fielder out there.
Especially that guy.
Yeah.
Guy who covers a lot of ground, has already made some great defensive plays early in this series, made one in the gap on Sunday at Limeport, and came in making a sliding catch back in the 2nd of tonight's ball game. 7-8-9 due up for the Orioles here in the 4th. Solkoski followed by Bayo and Charles. First pitch from Cooper Michael. In tight to Solkoski for ball 1. It's how the home half of the 4th gets underway. Orioles trying to tie the series. Bulls trying to take a stranglehold 2-0 series lead. Foul tip to the backstop by Solkoski. Even to count up at 1. Solkoski here in the postseason has a 400 on base percentage despite hitting just .211. Does have a home run and 4 RBIs. This is downstairs 2-1. Just a veteran ball player, knows how to put in quality at bats. Much like Craigelo, first year with the Orioles after 9 years with the Giants. And it misses low for ball 3.
You know, that Giant team looked like it was not going to be in existence. They lost quite a few really good players, Craigelo being one of them.
3-1. And Solkoski takes it inside for ball 4. Second walk of the night issued by Cooper Michael. This time it's the leadoff hitter in the home half of the 4th, so gives Bayo an opportunity. Bayo was the guy who had his hit robbed by Colin Peacock, so one center fielder lining out to another. That was first pitch swinging. It's in his first at-bat of the night.
you mentioned it, Tony. Hey, it's not easy to keep these franchises afloat. You really have to work at it. You need some money.
First pitch swing again is Bayo lifts it in the air to deep left center field. Hogan going back. That's gone. And it's going to get out and over. Hogan was stopping, thought it might have kicked under the fence, but it's up and out. A 2-run home run for Dominic Bayo, and the Orioles back in front, 5-3 in the fourth. Just clearing the fence out there in left center as Bayo goes deep.
Well, earlier, Jack, you gave his postseason numbers. He seems to rise to the occasion at this time of year. The Wilkes-Barre, Wilkes University product, and that's a big shot for these Orioles.
Wasn't sure if that ball had the distance. Looked like Hogan was trying to reach down there at the base of the wall, but did just sneak out. So the back and forth run exchange continues there with Bayo's 4th career postseason home run in his 28th Blue Mountain League playoff game. 4 home runs and 27 postseason RBIs now with that 2-run blast. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike to Charles. So a fast start in the 4th for the home side. They've gotten 2 more off Michael. And it's in there for a called strike 0-2.
Bayo is from Wyoming Valley West High School, which is right across the bridge from Wilkes-Barre.
The 0-2 just missed outside, so Charles stays in the at-bat.
So I know he loves coming down here. His family loves coming down here to watch him play. They don't mind the drive at all.
1-2, check swing, appeal to first, and he held back the swings, even to count up at 2.
Especially when Bayo can deliver like he just did. They love seeing this kid play down here in Egypt.
Michael sets with the 2-2. Charles lifts it in the air towards left center field. Long run cutting across for Peacock, and he gets in the gap and run it down. No ball that Peacock can't play. 1 away here in the 4th. Back to the top of the order. It's Robbie Lamb digging in.
You almost got to put it over the fence to make it unplayable for Colin Peacock.
Tough one for Charles to do everything right. He barreled it up towards the gap, but when you got a guy like that in center, even the best hit balls find the mid. Lamb 0 for 2 tonight with a fly out and a ground out. Came into the night hitting .316 this postseason. And he takes the first pitch fastball for a strike 0-1.
Michael, earlier this season against the Northern Yankees back in June, 7-0 loss. He gave up 7 earned runs in that game, but that's the worst game of the season. This is starting to rank up next to it.
0-2, Lamb rips the liner into center field. There's a base hit for Robbie Lamb. So 3 of the first 4 batters in the 4th reached base against Cooper Michael, and now C.J. Salabay got to start pondering if you want to start getting somebody loosening up. And with the way Michael's getting tagged around in this 4th, Trey Hinkle digs in. He's 1 for 1 tonight with a single and a walk. No action down there.
He's got somebody up,
loosening up
in
for
the back there. Could be Schaefer.
Didn't catch my initial view. He's trying to.
It might, yeah, it kind of looks like Schaefer.
Chopper off the middle. It clanks off the glove of Michael. Going to be a tough play, and he can't corral it. So going to be an infield hit for Hinkle. And the Orioles trying to add to their 2-run lead, and they have the exact man they want at the plate in Pat Cregolo. Hit an RBI triple back in the 1st. Had a 6 RBI game here on Saturday in the semifinal round against the Northern Yankees. Chance to get to Michael, have him on the ropes. Already 5 runs across and 2 more on. Cregolo flew out to left his last time up. First pitch swinging, he lost that one. Fouled out of play behind the Oriole dugout. 0-1. 6th Oriole of the inning up. 4 of the first 5 have gotten aboard, and even the out that Jeff Charles hit was smoked, but Peacock ran it down. Cregolo fouls back another one, so quickly down to the count 0-2.
Tony mentioned that game against the Yankees. I'm going to assume that ball game was here, Tony, at Egypt earlier in the season.
I have to look that up.
Because Cooper does pitch so well at home, but occasionally he doesn't have the same sharpness when he's on the road, especially here at Egypt, where the 2 teams that play here can really hit the ball.
0-2, and Cregolo flies it in the air. Weakly hit, I should say. It's a pop-up. Smith drifting back, and it makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. So a big second out there for Cooper Michael to get. Brings up Ian Sensitz, hit by a pitch his last at-bat. Also grounded out to first back in that opening inning. Sensitz a mainstay for this Orioles team. He's mashed lifetime in the postseason, 426 hitter with 5 long balls. First pitch curving for a strike, 0-1.
Sensitz is a Northampton High School grad, and I believe he began his Blue Mountain League career with the Giants. He came over earlier than Craigelo and Sokowski, but I think he started his BML career with the Giants.
0-1, and that one gets away. Going to allow both runners to advance. Down to second and third, so Lamb now at third. Hinkle at second, 2 in scoring position, and the count 1-1.
There's no thought of putting him on with A.J. Brocious 2 for 2 in the on deck circle.
Here, Michael, you want to go right at him. 1-1.
Yeah, you have to.
Sensitz into center field. Peacock has it in his sights, and he makes the catch. 2 retire the side, but not before the Orioles do their fair share of damage. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors and 2 left. It is 5-3 Orioles after 4 on Penn Sports Radio.
At Play It Again Sports in Allentown, you can shop and save with prices up to 70% less than retail. Whether you're starting a new sport or upgrading your current equipment, they've got the best deals on top brands. Plus, don't let your unused sports gear collect dust. Sell it for cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports gives great equipment a second chance. So head to Play It Again Sports in Allentown today, where your passion for play meets your budget. Play It Again Sports is located in Allentown on Catasauqua Road next to Aldi. Are you tired of a dull, dirty ride? Bring your car to Kronberger's Auto Spa. Our expert team will get your vehicle back to the showroom shine. From thorough interior detailing to exterior washes, we'll make your car look and feel like new. Visit Kronberger's Auto Spa today and experience the ultimate in car care. Kronberger's Auto Spa, where a cleaner car is just a stop away. To learn more and schedule your appointment, call or text 484-894-5345 for more information. Get a sparkling clean car today from Kronberger's Auto Spa.
Top half of the 5th inning here at Simmons Field at Egypt Memorial Park in Whitehall, Pennsylvania. It's 5-3. The Egypt Orioles leading the Limeport Bulls in Game 2 of our Blue Mountain League Championship Series coverage. Again, I'm Jack Heym alongside Keith Groller and Tony Sibilla here this evening. This game of back and forth has taken another turn with a 2-run home run from Dominic Bayo to put the Orioles back in front. First pitch at the top of the 5th, up and away to Braden D'Amico. So it is 1-0. 1-0, D'Amico fouls it back, even the count up in 1.
That I can't help you with.
1-1 to D'Amico will be followed by Hogan and Rothenhausler in the 5th. 1-1. D'Amico takes a big swing and a miss at a pitch up in the zone, 1-2.
It's premature to assume a Orioles win here, the way these Bulls can erupt at any time, but I don't think anybody I talked to from either side thought this was going to be a sweep. So if the Orioles do get this one and tie it up at 1 game apiece, it's probably where a lot of people thought we'd be going back to Limeport for Game 3, knowing that there's not going to be a sweep and we could see some weekend baseball.
Exactly what you would expect between 2 top teams in the league. I know the Yankees did get the 2 seed this year, but you look at these rosters, the depth, the overall talent share, and it's no surprise the 2 teams are right back here in the championship series. Another 1-2. One bounces to the plate, and even a count up 2 balls and 2 strikes.
From a psychological aspect, and I always think about the mind game, you know, I think it would be important for the Orioles to get this. They lost 3 in a row to end last year's championship series. They lost Game 1. Really important to prove again that they could beat the Bulls in August.
It would be a confidence booster to go back on the road, too, right back in the series.
Right.
2-2. D'Amico hard on the ground. It kicks off McAndrew and into center field. There's a base hit. Second of the night for Braden D'Amico. 3rd inning tonight where the Bulls have gotten the leadoff man aboard, so it brings up Noah Hogan. He's 0 for 2 with the ground out and a pop out. And got to be careful with D'Amico at first, always a threat to run. So McAndrew, Charles got to be on their toes, ready in case he moves. Had 6 steals in the regular season. That was tied for 3rd on the team. And the first pitch swinging, Hogan fouls it out of play. Back behind the Bulls, dugout 0-1.
Bulls generally like to move runners, lay down bunts, but I think here they're looking for a little bit bigger of an inning.
And more so in a tie game, maybe a 1-run game, you look for it. Down by 2, you want your top bat swinging away.
Especially with Rothenhauser on deck.
The way he swung the bat all playoffs, including tonight, give him a chance to do damage. The 0-1 in there, and it's 0-2 the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Braden D'Amico, the runner at first, and nobody out in the 5th, and that one's going to bounce to the plate, low and inside, 1-2.
Tony, I heard that commercial again for Kronberger Auto Spa.
Yeah.
If I go up there, can I use your name? Will they give me a break, or will
Sure.
they add on some fees?
No, Bobby's been a big fan of what we do. So.
Okay.
Now he's going to say, oh, that guy. Oh, no. Give you this Sibilla surcharge. Upstairs out of the zone, even it up to.
I'm not kidding. I have some issues. I have some, and I hate to bring up the word again, but sap. I have sap issues. People call me, they always say I'm a sap, but but I do. I may indeed call Mr. Kronberger and take my car up there. It's been a problem for me.
All time.
I'll be up at Northwestern Friday for sure. I'm up there tomorrow as well. See if Bobby's around.
Tell him I really. Hey, I'm always looking for an angle.
Sure.
You know that.
Yeah.
And I'll pay full price. If I mention your name, I'll have to pay double probably.
Probably, yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Hogan. McAndrew's pitch, and Hogan lifts it in the air to shallow center. Bayo started back, comes in, and makes the one-hand catch for the first out of the inning. Visible frustration for the 2nd time tonight for Hogan. He did it back in the 3rd when he popped that ball up. You can see he's just missing getting under the ball here with those last 2 up in the zone. But it gives Jack Rothenhauser another chance to do some damage. Hit a home run back in the 1st and just missed another one in the 3rd. He split the 2 houses way back beyond that left field fence. When he gets a hold of one, he can hit it way out of the ballpark. First pitch. Takes fastball for a strike, 0-1. But nonetheless, no fear for McAndrew going right at him.
Yeah, he's got a lot of guts. I'd be putting everything on the outside of the plate.
Rothenhauser representing the tying run in the 5th inning. That one's going to miss in the dirt. Nicely blocked by Charles. No movement from D'Amico.
Many of these guys know each other well. I don't think McAndrew and Rothenhauser have faced each other a ton. They're different eras. I mean, McAndrew's a 2016 Parkland grad, Rothenhauser coming out of Liberty in 2021.
McAndrew's pitch. Rothenhauser into left field. If it's fair, it's gone.
Hooking.
It is foul.
Same place.
Same place.
Right near that same car. If
Yes.
I had that car, I'd move it. It's close.
They ought to give him a warning out there when he comes up the bat to move their car.
Got to check the schedule.
Maybe even check the house insurance. I mean, the way he's bombing them, and there's homes right over that left field fence.
If I lived in one of those homes, I'd want to know what the Blue Mountain League schedule is.
I would.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would too.
Yep.
Know who's coming to town when.
Yeah, exactly.
See this guy on the schedule say, oh, I gotta barricade up, prevent everything. D'Amico off for second. Rothenhauser pops it up. Foul ground third base side. Delp. And he makes the catch, and there is 2 down. So much like the last at-bat, Rothenhauser put a charge into one, missed a home run, and ends the at-bat with a pop-out. So 2 away here in the 5th brings up Georgie Montez.
And he set him up, and then gave him something outside that looked familiar, but it wasn't over the plate, and he reached for it a little bit and pulled it up in the air, but didn't get any distance on it.
First pitch, Montez. That one's off the end of the bat, right at the center fielder, Bayo, who comes in to make the catch and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. 5-3 Orioles after 4.5 on Penn Sports Radio.
Tri-County Teamwear is your go-to destination for local spirit wear, offering a large selection of in-stock and on-shelf swag for the Tigers, Bulldogs, K-Kids, and Blue Bombers. Tri-County Teamwear offers bulk, wholesale screen printing, embroidery, and custom online team stores. Services are done locally in-house, providing fast, friendly, quality service and on-time delivery. Where local team pride meets quality and service, it's Tri-County Teamwear. Visit them at 27 Main Street in Walnutport or call 610-767-4149 for more information. You can also visit their website, tri-countyswag.com.
Nutropoli Bank is a bank that you can trust because Nutropoli Bank treats each and every customer as an individual, encouraging them to dream big and reach for their goals. Since 1910, Nutropoli Bank has ensured the financial well-being of all their customers. When you're ready to take that first step, they'll be right by your side. For your convenience, Nutropoli Bank has 3 locations in the Lehigh Valley: Nutropoli, Orfield, and Emmaus. For more information, go to NutropoliBank.net. That's NutropoliBank.net.
Home half of the 5th inning here on a gorgeous Tuesday night at Simmons Field at Egypt Memorial Park. It is 5-3, the home side of the Orioles lead, and the first pitch from Cooper Michael to A.J. Brocious. Misses for ball 1. And that is how the home half of the 5th starts off. Brocious 2 for 2 tonight with a pair of RBI singles, and he hits a high chopper first base side. Montez will feel it, but it is in foul ground, so it is 1-1 the count. Montez looked like he got a late break on that chopper. Didn't necessarily read it off the bat right away. Partially the reason why it kicked into foul ground. Michael sets with a 1-1. Here to Brocious to start the 5th. And the breaking ball misses outside, 2-1.
A.J. Brocious is the son of Mike Brocious, who used to coach at Allentown Central Catholic. He's also a basketball official.
2-1 pitch. That's up and away. 3-1 the count to Brocious.
Mike used to play in the Tri-County League, so it's interesting that his son now is playing for a Blue Mountain League team here. It once was a pretty good rivalry between the Tri-Co and the Blue Mountain.
Brocious the chopper towards second. Smith charging Fields and slings it over to first in time to get Brocious by a step for the first out of the inning. Brings up the third baseman, Zach Delp. Struck out and grounded out tonight. Delp was 1 for 2 in that first game on Sunday at Limeport Stadium. Michael having to dig deep. He's throwing 81 pitches through 4 1/3. See how long his leash is here from his manager, C.J. Salaby. And first pitch fastball.
Come on, Blue, be consistent.
Low 1-0.
Just a strike one, it's a strike one.
Michael's 1-0 pitch, and Delp hits it back off of Michael, knocks it down. Recollects and fires to first in time for the second out of the inning. And glad to see he's okay there, walking around behind the mound.
You know, I'm amazed that doesn't happen more often. I mean, when you release that ball, you are what? 50,
60 feet?
60, 55, 58 feet away from the plate, and man, that ball gets back to you in a hurry. Sometimes they have great reflexes and they can make the play, and sometimes you just got to take it off the body.
They're going to give Michael a couple of warm-up tosses, see if he's good to go. So he'll persevere and push on through this 5th inning. John, nobody on for the designated hitter, Steve Sokoski. First pitch, that one is off the inside corner. Had Sokoski moving. How much movement that pitch had, but it still got in for a strike, 0-1.
Michael's done a really good job tonight. He may wind up with the L, but he's pitched really competitive, made the one mistake to Bayo.
Sokoski is the grounder. That's through the hole past the shortstop. D'Amico went into the left for a base hit. Second time tonight, Sokoski's reached base. And it brings up Bayo, who left the yard his last time up. Bayo's been aggressive in his 2 at-bats, swung on the first pitch each time. Lined out and also with a home run. So that early aggression has been working in Bayo's favor. Swings the first pitch again, chops it up the middle, fielded by D'Amico. He will fire it over to first, and just in time to get Bayo by a half step, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. It is 5-3 Orioles after 5 on Penn Sports Radio.
Shankweiler's Drive-In continues to be open 7 days a week this summer, bringing you current releases and fan favorites. From August 7th through the 14th, it's Disney's highly anticipated comedy, Freakier Friday. It's a fresh, fun revisit to the iconic body-swapping mayhem that's sure to bring tons of heartwarming humor to our giant drive-in screen. After intermission, we dive back into the dark and suspenseful world of I Know What You Did Last Summer. This crowd favorite returns for another round of late-night thrills and chills, balancing out our nostalgic double feature. Gates open at 7 p.m. Shankweiler's is located in Orfield, just off Route 309. Shankweiler's Drive-In, a Lehigh Valley tradition.
You deserve to get good service and great rates. At State Farm, we get it. And we're here to help because with every State Farm policy, you get good neighbor service and you get surprisingly great rates. So what are you waiting for? Get going and talk to a local State Farm agent about your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Sean Lay in Fogelsville today.
Top of the 6th inning here from Simmons Field in Whitehall, Pennsylvania. Game 2 of our Blue Mountain League Championship Series coverage on Penn Sports Radio. Evan McAndrew completing his warm-up tosses, getting set for this 6th frame with the home side and his Orioles with a 5-3 lead at this juncture. 6 outs away from a Game 2 victory and tying the series up at 1 apiece. It's been a back-and-forth ball game tonight. A lot of twists and turns. Haven't had any changes in the scoreline since Bayo's 2-run homer in the 4th. Umbenhauer, the catcher, leading things off in the 6th, takes the first pitch fastball for a ball, 1-0.
As we get to the latter stages of this game, too, you start thinking about who's going to go in Game 3. I guess Joel Bartoni would be the likely pitcher for the Orioles. And Joe DiPerno probably for the Bulls.
Umbenhauer fouls it back. He was right on that one, 1-1. Umbenhauer will be followed by Zach Smith and Noah Adams here in this 6th frame.
Both of those guys, I believe, had the victories in their semifinal series clinchers. And they were both blowouts, so they didn't have to really tax themselves too much, but I think that would be the matchup, DiPerno against Bartoni.
Two good pitchers would be squaring off again as that projected matchup in Game 3 on the outside corner for a called strike. With a slider 1-2 to Alan Umbenhauer. Andrew just hit the 80 pitch marker, the 1-2. And Umbenhauer bounces it into the dirt, foul. Flipped off himself, so we'll see another. Orioles have to be hoping that McAndrew can go the distance in this one. One ball and 2 strikes again to Umbenhauer. And a half-hearted swing, he went around and struck out. 1 down here in the 6th, 5th strikeout of the night for McAndrew. Brings up Zach Smith, 0 for 1. Also laid down a sacrifice bunt his last time up in the 4th. McAndrew's first pitch to Smith, and he hits it back up the box into center field. There's a base hit. So first pitch swinging. And the Bulls put the tying run at the plate here in the 6th inning in the form of Noah Adams, who's 1 for 2. Singleton got left down to third back in the 2nd, struck out swinging his last time up.
Bulls have hit a lot of balls hard tonight. Some have been converted into outs, but it's not like they've been fooled a lot by McAndrew. That's their, 7th hit of the game, I believe.
Was their 7th hit of the night. First pitch, and Adams comes up empty, 0-1.
If I'm an Oriole fan, I'm thinking, please end this game before Mr. Rothenhausler comes to the plate again. He's already gone deep. He nearly could have a 3-home run night. I don't want to see him to come into the bat again.
Runner going down to 2nd. Great jump there from Smith. So kicked away enough from Charles for Smith to advance down to second. Puts a runner in scoring position here. And a 1-1 count. Now to Adams, and that's the thing about both these teams that sticks out at you right away. The depth of these lineups, no matter where you're at, anyone at any point at any time can jump up and get you. 1 ball, 1 strike to Adams. McAndrew giving the runner at second a look. Sets and deals. Fastball misses high for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Adams 4 RBIs already in the playoffs. Came into the day hitting 4 for 13. And that one's fouled back right here by us. 2-2. Adams, such a valuable player for this Bulls team. I know he's been in the designated hitter spot the last 2 games, but if Umbenhauer needs a night off, he's the guy who slots in behind the dish and catches.
With his training background, you have a couple of little nicks and bruises. He can patch that up for you too, I would think.
Valuable on and off the field. Certainly is Adams. The 2-2. And it's high and in sight. Full count.
I believe he's inspired Peacock. I think Peacock wants to get into that realm of sports, athletic training, and I think he really admires now Adams, and they're kind of close, him and Colin Peacock.
It's like a mentor, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely.
3-2 pitch, and Adams takes it on the inside corner. Strike 3 called. Adams can't believe the call. Adams.
That's ridiculous.
Taps his bat in the box in frustration. Hear him say he's not been a strike all night long, but gets called there. Rung up looking 6K for McAndrew. Get some jeering from the Limeport faithful who've made their way out here tonight. So now 2 away and Smith at second. First pitch in tight. D'Amico 1-0. Gave Adams a little bit of leeway there to express his frustrations with the call. The 1-0. D'Amico hits it on the ground, snared by McAndrew. Underhand flips to Brocious, and the side is retired. So McAndrew strands a runner in scoring position in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. It's 5-3 Orioles, 3 outs away from a Game 2 victory on Penn Sports Radio.
Old Homestead Golf Club is an award-winning 4.5-star daily fee course nestled in the foothills of the Blue Mountain, where history and tradition are part of everyday life. Old Homestead is one of the first courses in the Lehigh Valley to offer state-of-the-art GPS capabilities on their championship 18-hole course. Old Homestead Golf Club is a big supporter of local schools, non-for-profit organizations, special causes, and initiatives. Ask how your group can host a dine and donate event at their place. Old Homestead Golf Club will donate 15% of all cafe sales generated by your dine and donate event attendees, excluding tax and gratuity, to your organization. All you have to do is schedule a date that will bring the most attendees into Old Homestead Golf Club. The more people, the more dollars for your organization. For more information about golfing or a dine and donate event, go to oldhomesteadgolfclub.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at Simmons Field, 5-3. The Egypt Orioles on top of the Limeport Bulls in Game 2 of the Blue Mountain League Championship Series in 2025. McAndrew found his way through that 6th inning. He's thrown 91 pitches now. He's allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk while striking out 6 here tonight. Cooper Michael staying in for Limeport here for the bottom of the 6th. 86 pitches through 5, and the first pitch to Jeff Charles takes a swing and a miss. And now down to the count. 0-1. Charles will be followed by Robbie Lamb, Trey Hinkle here. So back to the top of the order in the 6th for the Orioles. The 0-1. Charles lines it towards left field. That's down for a base hit. Jeff Charles back-to-back at-bats. Hitting a line drive. Didn't get rewarded last time, but does find some grass in the outfield this time and left. Going to get a courtesy runner here in the form of Ben Pierre-Pavel. We've seen his brother Luke take that role over some earlier playoff games, but now Ben will be filling in as the courtesy runner. So back to the top of the order, and Lamb, 1 for 3 tonight. Singleton got left out at third his last time up. First pitch, and that one's going to bounce behind Ummenhauer. Pierre Pavel's going to take second base. So a wild pitch from Cooper Michael.
He's shaking his head. He knows that. This is trouble. Trying to protect a 2-run deficit in this case. Give your team a chance in the top half of the 7th inning. And now the Orioles theoretically have 3 shots here to tack on another run and take a 3-run lead.
If you're Lamb, just try to move him over to third. He's squaring the bunt, trying to do exactly that. He'll take a strike. 1-1. Pierre Pavel, good speed out at second. Another East Stroudsburg alum. Lamb squares, takes it outside with a fastball ahead in the count, 2-1. Pierre Pavel familiar with some of the other guys on the other side of the diamond, Rothenhauser and the D'Amicos. Well-executed bunt there from Lamb. Michael throws to first. It is not in time. It's going to be a bunt hit for Robbie Lamb. That was a perfectly placed bunt, and it took such a slow roll on that grass that Michael really had to wait for it. He didn't come up to field it, and that allowed Lamb to bust it down the line and be rewarded with a bunt hit. So while he was looking to just move Pierre Pavel over to third, he gets a little
bonus.
Cherry on top of the bunt hit. So runners on the corners, nobody out, and in steps a dangerous batter in Trey Hinkle, trying to extend the Orioles' lead, and Cooper Michael really got to bear down here for the Bulls. Keep the deficit at 2. Runner off for second. Hinkle swings the ground to that's a foul ball. Initially called it fair, but then overturned his own call and adamantly deemed it foul. Would have been trouble if it was a fair ball, but it easily scored Pierre Pavel. Lamb would have for sure gone first to third. But albeit it's a foul ball, so Hinkle will stay in. Down to the count, 0-1. 2 for 2 with a walk tonight. Went 1 for 4 with an RBI. Ground out in game 1 did Hinkle, so boosting already. What's been a great playoffs, now hitting over 350. The 0-1. Hinkle takes the off-speed pitch for a ball, 1-1. Single, wild pitch, bunt single. Have set up runners at first and third. Nobody out in the 6th. 1-1. And that curveball misses. Outside, 2-1.
It's tough to work when you can't get that curveball over.
He's really relied on that tonight.
Yeah.
Down to the count, 2-1. Gives runner first a look. Runner off for second, no throw, so Lamb at second with a stolen base. Second and third, nobody out. Pitch did miss for a ball, so Hinkle head in the count, 3-1. First base is open for Michael, but Craigelo waiting on deck. Feels like you might have to challenge Hinkle here. 3-1. Hinkle did get a pitch to hit and fouled it back. You can see he wanted that one. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Try to wait back on that breaking ball and waited back a little bit too long. Fouled it towards the third base side. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Michael sets at the payoff pitch. And Hinkle bounced it on the ground outside of first. It's a foul ball. So now the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming. Pierre Pavel, the runner at third. Lamb at second. Infield in for the Bulls. Another 3-2. That's going to miss low downstairs for ball 4, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. And Pat Craigelo, the batter coming up. Michael also now at 100 pitches.
And we're going to see a conference at the mound here. Wouldn't be surprised if a change is made here. So
this
tough
looks
spot
like
for Cooper Michael.
Just going to buy some time there for the Bulls as they look like they might be going to a new arm here.
He hands the
And
ball over.
They are going to take the ball,
Yep.
so that is going to be it tonight for Cooper Michael. Exits the ball game, 5 innings pitched, 9 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 3 walks to 1 strikeout, but he's responsible for all 3 runners on base. So a new arm coming in for the Bulls as Michael departs. It's going to be number 26 there, Jared Schaefer, one of the original Bulls. They joined there in 2014, pitched at Bloomsburg in his college days. Has a career .582 postseason ERA across nearly 40 innings of action. But this playoffs, 2 scoreless innings, 1 hit, allowed with 4 strikeouts in Game 3 of their semifinal series against the Limeport Dodgers.
Yeah, he pitched well in that Game 3, and he could start. I mean, he's been used in relief here now, but he could be a starter. You know, Cooper Michael, some self-inflicted wounds tonight, a hit batter in a key spot, a couple walks. Of course, Bayo made him pay, but you know, he's got to put this one, and I'm sure he will. He'll put this out of his mindset here, and he knows he will have a chance to redeem himself. If this thing goes 5, he'll probably get the ball on Sunday night at Limeport Stadium. That's way ahead, but he's a veteran. He'll shake this one off.
For the here and now, see if Jared Schaefer can
keep it at a 2-run deficit.
Keep it close and keep one of his fellow pitchers clean slate here in the home half of the 6th inning. But on the flip side for the Orioles, you have exactly what you want at the plate. A guy who's been your best hitter all postseason long, a guy who has driven in a bevy of runs, including an RBI triple tonight. And you got to love this. 2 former college teammates down to third with the new pitcher warming up. Here, Pavel and Rothenhauser catching up, exchanging pleasantries, playing their college days together at East Stroudsburg.
And their high school days at Liberty.
Both at Liberty,
yeah.
Yep. I feel like we talk about it every time, but such a local powerhouse there in Bethlehem, and so many different connections there. You get
Andy Patsillas,
2 Liberty guys, Bethlehem Catholic with Peacock out in center, and the Christmas City bringing a lot of talented players to this Blue Mountain League.
Andy Patsillas played for the Orioles for many, many years. Finished his career with the Bethlehem Cardinals, but no one knows this league better than Andy Patsillas and his father, George. Both of them are in the Hall of Fame. And so I'm sure he doesn't mind to see his former players playing in his league.
So Schaefer finishes his warm-up tosses. Craigelo moving from the on-deck area to the batter's box with a chance to do a fair share of damage and try to put this one out of reach if you can with one swing here for Craigelo. We've certainly seen his power prowess with a 3-run home run in that Game 4 on Saturday between the Orioles and Northern Yankees. So Schaefer gets ready to work, but he's got a jam in front of him. Bases full. Pierre Pavel at third, Lamb at second, Hinkle at first, and nobody down in the 6th. Schaefer's first pitch. Craigelo attacks it and fouls it back. 0-1, and that's how the new Bulls arm starts his relief outing. Schaefer trying to tap into that strikeout stuff he showed his last outing here. Mentioned that was 4 Ks over 2 innings, scoreless work back in Game 3 of their semifinal series. Needs to bear down to get Craigelo here, the 0-1. Low and outside, even up the count at 1.
Totally different situation in Game 3 when it came in against the Dodgers. They had a double-digit lead at that point. This one, very, very tense right now for the Bulls.
The 1-1 from Schaefer. Craigelo hits it hard on the ground and knocked down nicely by Rothenhauser, so he will take it to the bag himself at third. But Pierre Pavel, the courtesy runner, does come in to score. It's an RBI ground out for Craigelo, and it is 6-3 Orioles. So fielder's choice there, and Rothenhauser ditches the glove. Going to make sure he's okay. Manager C.J. Salaby going to come out to check on him. So it's going to be fielder's choice. 5 unassisted, allowing Craigelo to reach base. Pierre Pavel to come in to score. They do get the force out at third on Lamb, so Hinkle down to second. So 2-on-1 away.
He had good presence of mind to just get the out at third base. I thought maybe for a second he was going to take a shot at home. It was going to be too late. Made sure he got 1 out. Yes, the Orioles tack on another run here, but it's still a double play situation, and you still only have a 3-run deficit going to the 7th.
I mean, that ball hit so hard, Lamb didn't get the best jump off second, too. Yes, it was self-defense, knocking that ball down. So one across in the inning, 6-3, first pitch to Sensit's in for a strike. 0-1. Schaefer could bounce a 2-ball here, gets him out of this inning with only 1 run across. But Sensit's trying to do more damage. The 0-1 pitch, and he attacks it and flies it in the air, foul off to the left field side. Almost hauled in by a fan there down the left field side. It's 0-2. It's where you got to teach you 2 hands. 2 hands down the left field line. Try to make a 1-hand catch.
That's somebody from a coaching staff from another team.
0-2, up and away with the fastball, 1-2 the count now. Michael at second, Craigelo at first. The 1-2. This is low into the dirt.
One of the charms of Blue Mountain League Baseball is you can generally really get on top of the action, but that could also be a dangerous thing, too, the way the ball's – just like the major leaguers, the ball flies off that bat in a hurry. You better be ready for it.
2-2. Sends it, flies in the air to left. Hogan coming in on it, has it lined up, and it'll make the catch. Fire it back into Braden D'Amico, 2 away. Brings up A.J. Brocious. So 2 obstacles down and 1 to go for Jared Schaefer, but the way he's swinging it tonight, Brocious is no easy get. And really, that goes for all season, too, for A.J. 2 for 3 tonight. Pair of RBI singles, first pitch fastball in there, 0-1. Well, it's something that's helped Schaefer's cause. Each of the first 3 batters he's faced in relief have been a first pitch strike to get ahead in the count. The 0-1. Brocious hard line drive towards third, foul. Ian Liberti down there had to back out of the way. Quickly 0-2 to Brocious. Strike away from getting out of the 6th. O's have a run across on the fielder's choice ground out from Craigelo. The 0-2. And it's outside, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Schaefer deals. Brocious cracks it in the air to left field. Hogan drifting back, and he reaches up to make the catch. Difficult route to that ball there from Hogan, but he did get back on it to reach up and make the play to retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. It is 6-3 Orioles. Go to the top of the 7th on Penn Sports Radio.
Shankweiler's Drive-In continues to be open 7 days a week this summer, bringing you current releases and fan favorites. From August 7th through the 14th, it's Disney's highly anticipated comedy, Freakier Friday. It's a fresh, fun revisit to the iconic body-swapping mayhem that's sure to bring tons of heartwarming humor to our giant drive-in screen. After intermission, we dive back into the dark and suspenseful world of I Know What You Did Last Summer. This crowd favorite returns for another round of late-night thrills and chills, balancing out our nostalgic double feature. Gates open at 7 p.m. Shankweiler's is located in Orfield, just off Route 309. Shankweiler's Drive-In, a Lehigh Valley tradition.
Last chance for Limeport here tonight. 6-3 Orioles have the edge here in Game 2 of our Blue Mountain League Championship Series. As Evan McAndrew tries to go the distance and give the Orioles a much-needed Game 2 victory. Trying to tie the series up before going back to Limeport for Thursday night's game, which will be under the lights. 7:30 first pitch. Going to be a 7 o'clock pregame show. Ahead of that Game 3. At a historic Limeport Stadium. It's so fascinating to see the differences in the way these 2 stadiums play. Seen much more power, potential, and home run action here tonight than we did in Game 1. The Orioles have the edge 6-3. 9-1-2 up. It'll be Colin Peacock, followed by Braden D'Amico, Noah Hogan here in the 7th. McAndrew's first pitch. Peacock with a check swing grounder fielded by Delp. He'll swing it over to first in time. 1 pitch and 1 out in the 7th. There for McAndrew.
Peacock really disappointed with himself there with the check swing grounder third.
Real tied up on that one.
Yeah, he did. And Evan McAndrew, again, I don't want to overemphasize it, but Roethlishausler is coming up third here this inning now. So I would like, if I was Evan McAndrew, I would love to get D'Amico here, Hogan, and call it an evening without having to see Roethlishausler again, who, again, had the home run in the first inning and had 2 near home runs later on.
First pitch from McAndrew, up out of the zone for ball 1 to D'Amico. D'Amico's been a tough out tonight all postseason long. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. McAndrew's 1-0. D'Amico takes a big swing and a miss, 1-1. If you're a Limeport, you got to start with base runners. You mentioned Rothenhauser just a couple batters away. We've seen him make some hard contact against McAndrew tonight. D'Amico's got to just stay grounded and figure out a way to get aboard. The 1-1, it's a hard grounder, but right at the second baseman, Hinkle, who fires it to first in plenty of time for the second out of the inning. So the Bulls, in 4 pitches, are down to their final out of the night. And it's Noah Hogan who's tasked with trying to keep this thing going for Limeport. 0 for 3 with a ground out, a pop out, and a fly out tonight. Orioles trying to tie this series up, sending it back to Limeport on Thursday night. McAndrew has really dialed things back in after that 2-run first. Hogan pops up the first pitch. Foul ground. Charles and Delp calling for it. Delp, he'll make the catch, and that's your ball game. Dodging the bat and all in foul ground. Great concentration there from Zach Delp to make the catch. He would have come a long way, pretty much all the way up until in front of the screen there by the Limeport dugout. But he makes the catch, and the side is retired.
Well, the Orioles.
And we're getting some chirping here after game 2.
Are we parking at umpires, or what are we parking at?
I believe it was after Hogan tossed the bat there.
Yeah,
Charles didn't like it right away.
Okay.
Delp had to dodge it right after that got thrown there in the foul territory. Again, to mention Delp making that great play to make the catch, having to get around it. And there were some words being exchanged momentarily between the two sides there, between the Bulls and the Orioles after that last play. Jackowitz and Charles both giving a look and some words to that Bulls dugout, pardon me. But tempers have subsided there after the handshake line, and you see it, a lot of looks from the Orioles side there to that Bulls side. And have to wonder if that's going to carry over potentially into game 3 on Thursday.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine. This is the third consecutive year these teams are meeting in this championship series. Quite a rivalry is built up here, and I just hope cooler heads will prevail going forward. Great victory tonight. Evan McAndrew in command for the most part after the 2-run homer in the first inning. Great job by him, and now we're even. Jack and Tony, we're even. I got a game apiece, and we're guaranteed of weekend baseball on Saturday. So that's a lot of fun. Football can wait just a little bit.
Orioles, like you mentioned, Keith, guaranteeing them one more game right here at Simmons Field. It's going to be taking place on Saturday there here between these two teams. So much like last year, at a minimum, going to a 4th game of this championship series. We'll step aside and come back with a post-game action here on Penn Sports Radio.
In real estate, there's a number for everything. Square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's knowing that RE/MAX agents have been voted the most trusted in real estate. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX voted most trusted real estate agency brand by American shoppers based on the 2024 BrainSpark American Trust Study. Each office independently owned and operated.
Contact Joy Augustus, Realtor at RE/MAX Real Estate today. Call or text 610-653-5327 or reach the office at 610-770-9000. At Play It Again Sports in Allentown, you can shop and save with prices up to 70% less than retail. Whether you're starting a new sport or upgrading your current equipment, they've got the best deals on top brands. Plus, don't let your unused sports gear collect dust. Sell it for cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports gives great equipment a second chance. So head to Play It Again Sports in Allentown today, where your passion for play meets your budget. Play It Again Sports is located in Allentown on Catasauqua Road next to Aldi.
Back here, post-game coverage on Penn Sports Radio. Jack Heym, Tony Sibilla, and now we are joined by the starting pitcher tonight for the Egypt Orioles, Evan McAndrew. Evan, first of all, congratulations on the win here tonight. Great performance for you. You go the distance, a complete game, all 7 innings. I want to take you back to early in that game. 3 batters in. You give up that 2-run home run. Just take us through what was going through your mind at that moment in time.
Yeah, I mean, Jack made a really good swing on a pitch that I probably left up in the zone a little bit. And I just knew from there our team was going to fight back. And if I just pitch my game and put up some zeros, we'll give ourselves a good shot to come back and win the game.
Next half inning, your team ties it at 2. I'm sure that rejuvenated you a little bit going back out to the mound. But that second inning as well, they 2 in scoring position, 2 out. You get out of that jam. How much did that set you up for success down the rest of the start?
Yeah, I'd say I really settled in that second inning with my off speed, and from there out, so maybe I think the 5th when I let up that 1 run, I was super locked in, kept the pitch count down. I think I ended up under 100, which was good because I'm trying to bounce back towards the weekend here.
You did 96 pitches to be exact. There's 73
I knew
strikes.
I knew it was at 91, I think, before the last, and I was like, after those first 2 outs, I'm like, I have a shot here.
So getting through that 7th inning, highly efficient. 4 pitches for your first 2 outs. Just unbelievable stuff there from you tonight. But getting ahead is something I've seen from you now here in your start tonight. Important, obviously, to get ahead of a great lineup on the other side at Limeport. Just how much does that help you get ahead of such great hitters and set yourself up to get through these innings after, some early bumps in the road here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, that's the name of the game as a pitcher. The biggest thing for me is first pitch strikes. Like you said, being a former pitching coach, always telling my guys first pitch strikes, get ahead, because once you get down the count, that's when the hitters have the advantage, and you kind of can control the plate and the zone a little bit more with 2 strikes.
Temper started to get a little bit flaring at the end in your perspective.
Yeah.
What did you see with that last play?
I think the backswing just kind of hit our catcher a little bit, and he wasn't a little happy about it. But I mean, we got a rivalry for the last 3 years here in the championship series with the Bulls. So I mean, we're just trying to come back and win another championship.
You're taking the mound and you're going to go up against Cooper Michael. It's going to be a battle, and really with both teams with a lot of good hitters, you can't make too many mistakes. I'm sure that's kind of in your mind right from the first pitch.
Yeah, I mean, he's been in this league a long time. He's a really good pitcher. He really knows how to keep hitters off balance, as you saw early on with our guys, just getting to get out in front on the front foot. And I think, I don't know, maybe just being a little bit younger, got a little bit more energy in myself that kind of can stick through it. I mean, I think I'm at 300 pitches right now in the playoffs in, I don't know, 12 days, 13 days.
A lot of pitches in a short amount of time for you, Evan. Congrats on the win tonight and a fantastic performance.
Thank you.
That was Orioles starting pitcher Evan McAndrew joining us here on the post-game show. Orioles take it by a final of 6-3 here in Game 2 of the Blue Mountain League Championship Series. They tie it up at 1 apiece here. Let's get you some final line scores here on a recap for this evening's action. The scoring started early. It was Jack Rothenhauser getting things going for the Limeport Bulls, picking up where they left off in Game 1 with a 2-run shot there, giving them a 2-0 lead in the top of the first. But the Orioles would find one of many counterpunches here tonight, 2 of their own in the bottom of the first. Pat Cregolo, 3 batters in, ripped an RBI triple over the head of Colin Peacock in center, made it a 2-1 ball game. A.J. Brocious swiftly hit an RBI single a couple of batters later, tied things up at 2 apiece. Scoreless in the second inning for both pitchers, getting things back under control in their frame. Back-to-back scoreless innings for Evan McAndrew there, going scoreless in the third, but the Orioles would retake the lead in the bottom half of the third inning with a run of their own. A.J. Brocious doing it one more time with an RBI single. They take the lead 3-2. Bulls would find another in the top of the fourth inning, getting things back tied there at 3 apiece there, courtesy of an RBI knocked in on a double from Reese D'Amico. So 3-3, but in the next half inning, bottom of the fourth, 2-run shot to left center from Dominic Bayo there. For a guy who's had some hard contact, but just hit into some tough luck. Nice result for Dominic Bayo there to hit one over the fence there. Orioles back in front 5-3 with 2 in the fourth. Scoreless fifth for both sides. McAndrew holds him scoreless the rest of the way after that third run. An insurance run came in the bottom of the sixth on a fielder's choice, grounded into there by Pat Cregolo, bringing in the courtesy runner in Ben Pierre-Pavel. Final score tonight, Orioles take it 6-3. They had 6 runs on 9 hits, no errors. Limeport 3 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. And we were talking, AJ, in the pregame. It's important to play a clean game against these Limeport Bulls. It's the only way you're going to be able to beat these guys. That's how fundamentally sound they are on the other side of the diamond. The Orioles did that tonight. No errors here in this game 2. Pivotal to their results coming out on top here this evening.
And putting up 6 runs, or really, I guess 6 runs in the end. By Cooper Michael, that's a big win for the Orioles, and when you can beat a very good pitcher like that means a lot, and they're able to do it here at home, tie it up. Now it's a 3-game series, and that's pretty much what you hope for, and you hope to at least get a split in the first 2, stay alive, make it a 3-game series, and now back to Limeport on Thursday, and we'll see who I think Bartoni's going to wind up going for the O's, and again, he likes pitching in this kind of atmosphere, and we'll see what the Bulls do, but DePerno probably going to go as well. Should be a good matchup, maybe a little more, or about the same offense, and we'll see what happens with that one. But this kind of series we were hoping for, a good 4 to 5 game series, and we're going to get at least 4.
The Orioles win tonight. They do ensure themselves of at least one thing, another trip back here to Simmons Field on Saturday afternoon for Game 4 of our Blue Mountain League Championship coverage. You mentioned the pitching probables. Looks like it's going to be Joe DiPerno taking the ball in Game 3 at Limeport Stadium on Thursday night there for the Bulls. Joel Bartoni, we talked with them after their semifinal win to clinch their spot in the championship series on Saturday against the Northern Yankees with a win of 14-2. He just has the feel of a guy who loves the adrenaline, loves the big moment there, and it looks like he's going to be taking the ball and Game 3 there on Thursday night. Going to be a 7:30 first pitch. We'll be live half hour before the game starts with the 7 o'clock pregame show here on Penn Sports Radio. Orioles take it 6-3 tonight and level the series at 1 apiece until Thursday at Limeport Stadium. For Keith Groller, I'm Jack Heym, and Tony Sibilla say so long, 1-1 in the Blue Mountain League Championship Series.
The Blue Mountain League Championship on Penn Sports Radio has been sponsored by RE/MAX agent Joy Augustus, State Farm agent Sean Lang, the Northwestern Lehigh Education Foundation, Play It Again Sports in Allentown, Tri-County Teamwear, Shank Wireless Drive-In, Budget Store and Lock, New Tripoli Bank, Old Homestead Golf Club, and Kronberger's Auto Spa. Tune in for the pregame at 6:30 on Thursday as we are live for Game 3, Orioles and Bulls, right here on Penn Sports Radio. Thanks once again for tuning in to Penn Sports Radio.